Hello, my Geminis. This is Damien with HK Readings, Healing Culture Tarot. I'm here to do your August 2019 General Love Reading. If you're a Gemini by Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter, stay tuned. This is a really beautiful story that I have for you today. I'm going to go ahead and get into it. We know to take what resonates, and we know if the energies are vice versa, that we should apply them that way. So, crowning, we have the card of Bridget. Don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. We also have number 27, the Golden Healer, from the Crystal Wisdom. But this is also the Ultimate Healer, as it's called. Golden Ultimate. In the sub-crown, we have the card of Despondence, Soulmate, Wisdom, Enlightenment, and Release. As far as all of these cards down here, I've got a lot of them from, what are we using? The Fountain Tarot and my Gypsy Oracle Sibylla deck. I'm just going to tell the story. I'm not going to read these cards out to you, but I wanted for you to know, familiarize yourself with the crown and the sub-crown here. Now, when we talk about the energy of Bridget and not backing down, this is a transformative period for you. The stirrings in your heart are leading you to something wonderful, magnificent, actualization, fulfillment, okay? All of the magic and joy that you've ever thought about, that you've ever dreamed about, is coming to you because you are healing from within. Again, those stirrings in your heart that begin to ignite a fire that shines and just flares brighter and brighter is reflective of the energy of the Golden Healer crystal, okay? Because you've done a lot of deeply rooted workings from within, okay? Many of you have been, I feel, like in a state of hermit mode for a while, okay? You talk to people, you may go out here and there, but not as people generally know you, your vibrant, bubbly, just extroverted self. I feel as though you've been kicking back quite a bit because there's a lot of lessons, a lot of lessons that have needed to be learned and gained. You knew you had to sit, okay? You had to tame those twins and tame those winds and really get something out of life. For many of you who may have been just feeling as though, as it pertains to another individual, that it is time to release them, but you haven't yet, there's advice for you if this reading, this reading resonates, to do so, okay? Now, when we recognize our potential to be an amazing healer, again, it's because we understand the magnitude in which we've healed ourselves. You basically come to realize in that process that out of all the things that needs transforming, and along with the fact that you need to surrender to the process, one of those things is about someone particularly clinging to the past, holding you back. Someone is holding you back or attempting to hold you back, or for others of you have held you back because they're holding on to the past where you were still there. And they are persistent in having another opportunity with you, having another shot with you, having another chance with you. They want things to be how they were when they took advantage of them, when they shat all over you, when they shat on your love, okay? That's what they want. This is somebody who is really trying to come back and get you back. I'd like to say make things right, but I'm not feeling or seeing the energy from any of these cards that I pulled and meditated on that indicates change in their behaviors, okay? Or their ways of thinking, their ways of feeling. There's nothing that denotes change here. The card of Bridget moves forward because of the Golden Healer energy that's releasing. Someone clinging to the past, holding on to you, you have to encourage them to let you go. You may be asked to transform your environment or take on a challenging task, but you must do so with ease and grace because you have stepped into your ultimate healing energy. And as you've actualized yourself and it comes to expressing it externally into others, because when I said that at first, I didn't want, I was hoping that you looked further than just how you can help your friends and your family and others alike, like when we talk about shifting gears, and where we're going to take our healing energy, because this also, it's all of that included, but this is also talking about helping someone else heal, the person that hurt you, helping them heal by encouraging them to let you go as you've let them go, not needing them as a crutch anymore. When you have those days where it's a lower vibration, you're just like, I don't want them, but I still want them to want me. You don't care about that, right? So the best thing you can do for this person is encourage them to move on. And it's going to be hard. Hey, we're going to have to get into some of these cards here just as I go through my points. Because when we talk about despondence and soulmate, for one, there's been a lot of sadness that has come with letting this person go and associating if they were really a soulmate or not, because after the depression and different mind states and emotional states that you were thrusted into, you had to think about, what relation does this person have to me? Are they really a soulmate, or is this just something that I'm fooling myself on? Being content and choosing not to work for the better I know I want and I deserve. So we have wisdom, enlightenment, and release. You start to, ask people for help. You start to talk to your guides. You pray, you meditate, whatever you get in your hermit mode. If you're not dealing with people. But because you choose to take that route of, again, getting something out of life, when we have this wisdom card here, you hit a certain sense of enlightenment that lets you release all of the things that aren't serving you and that you aren't serving by not being there for it. Why should someone even, how it's like when you hit to that certain point of enlightenment, it's like, how do you feel good knowing that somebody is still so clung to you and you don't give a flying fuck rat's ass? Help them heal. You've released, okay? You realize that release was the key. Again, wisdom, enlightenment, release. You have come to realize that release is the key. And now you're being told that as, you step into your healer energy, that somebody who's holding on to the past, that's holding on to you, you can help them release. Encourage them to let you go is what this card denotes. Because what this is saying is you've learned, what you've gone through, where you come from, you've learned that release is the key to growth in this situation for both of you. And as a healer, you care about that. For those of you who want to be like, I don't care about this person, okay, go heal yourself some more. Because I'm talking about some real shit right here with enlightenment. Big boys and girls will understand this and say, yeah, I can go help somebody release. By saying, hey, you gotta drop me. This is not gonna work. I'm not gonna play any games with you. I'm gonna keep it real with you. So on and so forth. And then we've got the devil with justice and the 5 of coins. With the strength card, the 3 of swords, and the 4 of wands. So we see the toxic energy that has been surrounding issues of dependence or just dependence and the ability to stand on your own 2 feet. This is someone who hasn't been able to do that. And they thought that, because y'all were both a crutch, y'all were a crutch to one another before. But they see you moving on. They didn't know you had that strength. And now that you do, they're like, hey, where are you going, all right? But justice is being served. You've learned what you've needed to, but it has someone feeling left out in the cold. Many of you may still feel bad because you see how this person's life is in shambles. You see what this person is going through. You see that without you, this person is seemingly nothing, right? Like, this is just and it's that because that's how they're carrying it out. Like, you know, however you feel, you know about yourself, you're correct, you know. So, you know, this isn't me trying to throw any shade here, but, you know, to the cross watcher or anything, but yeah, you know, and them having to, you know, when we have like strength in the 3 of coins, we're talking about a persevering energy, okay, where they have to get past the commitments that they thought they would have another opportunity for with you, you know. They have to get past that. You left the commitment, but what you're doing is you're establishing another commitment for yourself. You know, this is what we're coming into in August. You're establishing one within yourself. But I see a lot of people that may try to come in. I feel like it's this person who's going to continue, you know, to put in their last ditch efforts in August. Some of you may be dealing with Capricorn. Some of you may, honestly, I'm feeling strong Leo energy, and I feel like I say this in a lot of your readings. Bridget, when I assign signs to certain oracle decks and stuff like that, Bridget is my card of Leo. We have strength on the board, and I'm also just feeling a strong Leo energy from my cheerfulness Sibylla deck here. So Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, if you know their chart. It'll actually give you some insight into how exactly that plays out into the relationship because of where it is. But yeah, I'm seeing this person being in the mix along with other people who, as you know, we have the Journey card, the Joyfulness card, Service, clarified by the Sweetheart reverse. Then we have Letter with Cheerfulness reverse, Frivolity with Foe reversed, and the Scholar card, aka the Hierophant card of Taurus, which I believe this is the energy, you know, that you are in, not necessarily dealing with the Taurus. You may have Taurus in your chart as well. But yeah, this is basically like, you know, you're trekking forward, right? And you're tackling your dreams. Like when it comes to your creative endeavors, when it comes to work, when it comes to creating the environment that you want around you, like with the people that you're dealing with and associating with, like what really brings you happiness moment by moment by moment, you know, what matches the happiness that you were bringing already. And, you know, there are these people that, including this past person, who are going to keep trying to bide for your attention, bide for your attention, bide for your attention. And I feel as though, and what I'm seeing is dates. I'm seeing like some of you may be going out on dates because when a service card, that's my court card, and then letters, information coming in, and I can tell when it's presenting to a male suitor or a female suitor, but just suitor in general, especially when we have the Sweetheart reverse clarifying it, you know, some love energy. But, you know, I see dates or, you know, like communication just coming in and out. And it's basically like, oh, well, and then to also tie these two in, because we have the 7 of Wands and the 8 of Wands, literally 7, and then the 8 came out. You know, more communication that's coming in, but you're rejecting these offers. You're rejecting anything serious. And I think people are playing you for a fool, thinking that, you know, just because you're this lovable person, they're trying to come to you with that same petty bullshit, like, you know, thinking that you're trying to boo them up. And it's like, no, I'm not trying to boo you up. I really don't want anything. Like, if you're going out and having your fun, Gemini, having a little sexy time or whatever, then these people catch feelings for you, is what I'm seeing. And you just keep like denying it to the point where they can't even pretend for their ego's sake that you're all up their ass, you know? Because it's just like, hey, and you're not rude to them. Again, you're keeping your tact and your couth. But, I feel like a lot of people are going to be, not the Geminis, but there might be some cross watchers that don't care for this message, or whatever. But yeah, because what you're worried about is like, again, like securing your environment, securing your bag. You realize as a sentient being that you still got to have your fun, and you're going to do that, but nobody is going to get you to commit to much right now. Like, as far as love is concerned, because I see that you know where you're going. You might not know the person, but there's this idea or energy in you that you know that the steps you are taking are bringing you to your ultimate lover. And you're able to see the test, and you're able to shoot down what you got to shoot down and say, or just entertain this a little bit, because you know you need a back rub, you need a foot rub, like maybe you want to rub a back or scratch a foot, you know, like, because I definitely have sensed like you've been nothing but a nurturing energy. So whichever way it is on the spectrum, whether you're giving or receiving, you know, people, like, that's what we need sometimes, a little scratch. And but these people are dropping feelings for you really hard. But with the 7 of Wands and 8 of Wands, it's all this communication coming in. You're like, whoa, hey, slow it down. You're not coming from this like hella defensive mode, but you're like in a negative way, but it's just like, slow it down. I already told you what this was, so don't try to act like this is more than what it is, or don't try to act like that's what I'm doing. You know, nah. You're really cool though, and I wish you the best in all of your endeavors. I was able to liberate you, so on and so forth. That's awesome. Yeah, we can be friends. I'll hit you up for a beer next week. Like, or you hit me up. Like, whatever. If you don't, cool. You know, and people are like, whoa. Like, you're just spewing out all this perfection and shit because you're understanding how life works, and you're understanding where you're going and what you want, which also, coincidentally, is not them. And this is what I'm seeing in the cards here. And it's making people want you more and more and more. So I feel like as you are moving forward, going towards, you know, taking the steps just in your life that will bring you to the love of your life, you're going to have people just following and following and following. You break it. I see a string of hearts being kind of broken. Honestly do. With the full reverse, I see like a lot of insecurities that are brought out in people and you know, yielded that way. And not like, you know, I'm not trying to put this on you. It's just the reading. It's the reason you're here, you know. You know, I see sorrow here. I see malady. I see old woman reversed, clarifying consolation. Because consolation is what they desire and what they're not getting. They're feeling old, worn out, used up, dry. Who could ever love them or even give them the glimpse of what a great love could be like you did? But, you know, when we talk about someone, it's interesting because when I was meditating, I saw how this reading went full circle, and I was, you know, intrigued to see how I would read, you know, like when I recorded, how it would come back around. But we have the Four of Wands when we talk about commitment and we talk about marriage and things like that. So in the beginning, where what preceded it was the Three of Swords, you know, and we talked about how, you know, they experienced that level of heartbreak surrounding the fact that there was a commitment being broken that they can't fix or that they can't salvage. You know, when it comes back around, we have the wedding card that lands, because, you know, I pulled like do, you know, and then I just came all the way around, and the last card I pulled was the wedding card that lands atop of the Four of Wands, which shows me it's a new beginning as far as a redefined commitment. Okay, the commitment that you are attracting, the commitment that you are bringing in, the reason why you left. It's like you're going to come full circle to a moment where you'll look back, you know, and because this, you know, this is like a full circle cycle. You know, this energy that we're talking about with the Three of Swords and the Four of Wands was like the type of commitments that you may have been accustomed to in the past. Whereas by you staying strong, again, not backing down and standing up for what you believe is right, it's propelling you forward no matter who's behind you, who's trying to get you back or whatever, to really getting the commitment that you seek when everything comes full circle, to show that you've learned, wise, enlightened, and that you have released, so that you can bring in the true soulmate here. You know, that true connection, that true love. It comes full circle to that. That's what I have for you. I really hope that you enjoy this reading, Gemini. I love you.